My Life on Paper. I am Brianna, and today is day 28 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Today we have a sketch by Shala Gayle Knowles. I think it's Shala. And I'm using Vicky Bouton Sweet Rush. I have a companion page. I'll link that below. And I use Sweet Rush for that. So, we're going to see how this turns out. It's kind of a pretty straightforward. I like it. There's room for embellishment and stuff, but it's not all spelled out for you, so there's lots of room for creativity here. We have a 4x6 photo, we have a 3x4 photo, another 3x4 photo, and some kind of matting pieces. There's also that diagonal, and I like this for the background, and I'm going to, it probably won't have the dramatic diagonal, but I'm going to try to trim this so that it's at a diagonal. And that's going to be my diagonal piece. I'm not going to try to keep it simple here. So I'm going to also pull up my Sweet Rush embellishments and get creative. So hang on, I'm going to speed you up and I'll explain everything I'm doing. As I'm doing the voiceover, I'm asking myself, why didn't I just cut off the whole blue swirl on the bottom? But instead, I did this diagonal thing, which works, which totally works. But you know, it might have been to my benefit just to cut the it's not a swirl, the, what is it, hills? Hit the hills off the blue, but it turns out fine. I didn't think of it till just now. So I used my Tim Holtz serrated scissors to cut out the top part and to make that part of the diagonal, and then lay my pictures out. I want to, I put it so that you could see that the hills on the top. I wanted to keep that look. And then I go looking for what can I back my photos in, and it takes me a while because I want to bring out that pink in the bottom right photo, like you see in the paper on the right, on the background on the right bottom. But anything I pull out with pink on it is way too busy. I thought hard on that one, but it's just way too busy. So I tried to go with something with the navy blue. And I have this 6x8 pad. I just didn't have two papers in the dark of the same pattern. It does come with two of the same pattern, but I didn't have two of those left. And yeah, I tried those stripes. That was totally not going to work. So then I end up going to my 12x12 and pulling out a couple papers there to see what might work. I thought that was too boring. There's the text again. This has got a little bit of a pink, which was making me happy because if you border it, you're not going to see a lot of that, but it brings in that pink. I liked the flowers in that it had the pink and the orange, so I liked that. And then on the other side, you'll see it's the dark blue. So I have options. So then I try trimming it down because if you'll notice in the sketch, and I can't see looking at the teeny little pictures, but hers are bigger than mine. So I trimmed it down 1/4 inch bigger than what the sketch says those photos are on the right, and mine are only 3x4. That might be like 3.5 by 4.5. So the mats end up bigger, which theoretically is not a problem at all. You just trim them down, but I hate wasting paper. So anyway, I trimmed down the one for the 4x6, and then, and I don't know what I'm thinking about there, probably about what size I'm wanting my frames for the other one. So I was going to totally mat both the upper and the lower, but you'll see on the sketch it's kind of offset, and the one on the bottom is really just a strip. So again, I make my mats too big, 2 of them, and then shortly I will figure out that they're bigger than I need them. And I don't want them taking up all that space, so it's not like I wanted a big mat. So then I'm like, ooh, I could trim it down, which I do. And I'm still deciding on the pink or the blue. Can you tell? Yep, keep flipping them back and forth. And I think I come up with a good solution at the end. Like, I think I'm between the pink or the blue, and how do I turn these down? So I do figure out, yep, I've got 3x4, so I take one and trim it down. And then the other one. And then I use these, the pieces I took off, to give it that color. So I flipped them over, they're blue on the one side. And I think I trimmed that one incorrectly again. So I just used the piece, just like in the sketch, to put as an accent on the bottom. And I like the way that turns out. But those strips on the right-hand side then are just the blue strips I took off the frames, and I flipped them over to the other side to give them that pink and orange colors, which makes me happy. And I fishtail banner those, and then I'll go into my stash to find some embellishments. And as always, when it comes to my Sweet Rush stash, I pull everything out just to make sure I am not missing anything and getting the perfect embellishments. And I'm pretty sure I want to use the florals because on the companion page, which I will pull in later to kind of figure things out, the companion page has florals on it, so I thought that's perfect. So I do a whole bunch of different configurations with the florals until I'm happy with the exact way that they are. They move all around the photo, all around the page, and I find more to play with and more options. And this says good vibes, and I'm happy with that for my title, and I like the way it overlays the florals. There's more florals. Put those at the bottom. Those don't stay there very long. Oh, what if we try a smaller? Again, I'm just trying out everything, and that didn't really do it for me. Making sure I didn't miss any florals, because I'd hate to get done with the page and find out my favorite floral cluster is sitting at the bottom of my pile here. And I know there's little like butterflies and different fun things. Oh, look, fun things. Fun things I can add to the page. More floral stickers, which I don't end up using. And I like all the pretty shiny things too. That's always a good thing. And I know there's an arrow that says like this guy, and I'm like, oh, that works too. I don't end up using that either. So switching out the florals again, moving them around. This is what I started with, those florals there. And I'm pretty sure I decided I don't want any florals at the bottom of the picture there. And then there is some parts that can get covered up. So that floral on the right side works good because it's covering up a person that I don't know. But I like the distribution of all the different colors, and I'm going to make sure I cut down my fishtail banners on each one of them, and those will poke out of the floral clusters. And then after that, I should be gluing everything down, or I might rearrange my florals some more. So first the background gets glued down, because I like the space where that is so that you can see those hills behind the photos. So I get my ATG out and do that and get the mats glued down. And after that, it's just a matter of gluing down the rest of it, the florals, getting them in this position I want. Make sure, I say this every time, but if you haven't seen my video before, make sure you check out the playlist below. You can go and watch every video on Christy's Beautiful Life in the 30 Days of Sketches with all of the people collaborating and seeing all the different takes. I looked yesterday, there was 515 videos. Very exciting. You don't have to watch all of them. Skip around, see who you like. You might find somebody new. give them some love. Subscribe to someone you haven't subscribed before. I love comments, so please let me know what you enjoyed, maybe what you didn't enjoy. um, I have just had a fabulous time growing my channel, getting to know people through social media. This is great. Seeing other people's works, having a blast, learning new things. Um, and my style, I think, has been changing as well. So um, I'm just going to keep gluing things down here and then getting those florals on. I would have to say Vicki Boutin, probably because I don't know many designers, but Vicki Boutin with the bright colors is my favorite designer. And I have a couple of her collections that I'm working on using. But really enjoying this, and so much of it is mix and match too, from collection to collection. So very fun. There's my public service announcement for Vicki Boutin. So hey, drop a note below. Tell me who your favorite designer is. I would love to. I always love checking out new things too. So let me know what you enjoy. But the bright colors is definitely my thing. So. Those fishtail banners move around a little bit until I figure out where I really want them to go. They don't look like they're just hanging out there for no reason. So I kind of clustered those together. And it just gives it that pop of pink that I'm looking for. Another pop of pink, I should say. There's pink throughout all the florals, which is helpful too. So, and then towards the end, I pull in this is the companion page to it, and it's got those purple sequins, and on my desk I have the purple sequins, so I pull those out and I kind of put those around the page, similar to what you see on the left hand, just for a little extra interest. And it brings those two pages together then. Not that they weren't before, because they're from the same collection, they've got the same colors, but just that little bit of the lavender sequins makes me happy, brings it all together, finishes it off really. And I have this wax applicator thing that works good for the sequins. I got it like for $1 at a scrapbook convention, so that works. And I don't have that many sequins, so I need to remember to use them when I can. I do like sequins. Like, it just gives it a little bit of extra sparkle. And those are Nouveau sequins. So I have a whole jar of them. Well, thank you so much for sticking with me till the end. I hope you have a fabulous day. Get some crafting done, and I will see you again tomorrow for another video.